The masculine way of stepping outside of your comfort zone is like this super hard, forceful way of like, you need to be disciplined and you need to just do it and you need to override your emotions and you need to override your sensations in your body. The feminine way is not by overriding your sensations, but by sitting with them, breathing through them, letting the energy move through your body and allowing truth to come alive in you. Not by forcing, but by being and allowing and receiving the desires of your heart. Is your heart calling you to take a big leap of faith in your life and to step outside of your comfort zone? But your mind keeps creeping in with fear and limiting beliefs and doubts? Girl, we are gonna break that down today. And my intention with this video is for you to feel inspired, motivated, and supported in making this decision in your life. Because if your heart is calling you towards it, that's your feminine energy leading you to where you're meant to go, to where your soul is meant to evolve and experience a beautiful life. Hi, gorgeous soul. My name is Joanna Sanchez. Welcome to my channel. If you're a spiritually hungry woman that wants to step into her feminine energy and attract healthy love, then you're in the right place and you're gonna wanna click like and subscribe and hang around because we're building a really awesome community here. We're still in the beginning stages of it, but I'm so excited to share with you all of the little techniques and habits and tips that have supported me in the past 5 years of stepping into my own feminine and attracting healthy love in my life as well. So let's have some fun. Let's talk about getting out of your comfort zone the feminine way, because everyone talks about it in a very masculine way, push, 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 strive, 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 but no one's really talking about the trust, the surrender, the faith that it takes, which means dropping into your feminine essence, dropping into your feminine energy and doing it from a place where you are deeply heart-led. Doesn't mean you're not going to come across fears and limitations, but what it does mean is that when you come across those fears and limitations, instead of forcing your way through them, you're going to be gentle with yourself. You're going to understand why those things are showing up, and you're going to know exactly what to do to move through them. I hope that you're also enjoying these nature sounds. I don't know if you can hear them, but I'm actually here outside. I'm currently in Delaware in the US, staying here with my partner's family and just like really getting settled in before we take off to Italy really soon. I am so excited to take you on that journey with me and to have videos in Italy and to show you what's going on and the city of love. We're going to Rome. We're going to experience so much magic over there, and I'm going to be bringing that magic into these videos too. So stick around for that because it's going to be so much fun. All right, let's talk about the top 5 limiting beliefs that show up when you're about to step outside of your comfort zone and go through a big breakthrough. These limiting beliefs are beliefs that I've had to constantly meet in my journey of growth. I've created a life that's very unconventional. I've done things before I was even ready. I've always taken big leaps of faith. I've always surrendered. I've always just allowed my heart and my intuition to guide me, which is why I've created a life of freedom where I have a business that I can travel wherever I want. I have an amazing, beautiful partner that loves me and I love him so much. I am attracting money from a place of purpose and passion, and I don't live on anybody else's terms. I've truly created a life that feels like it's mine, and I want to inspire you to do the same, which means you're gonna have to blast through limiting beliefs over and over and over again. And I see each one of these limiting beliefs that's showing up and these fears that's showing up as an initiation. An initiation is something that on the other side, you're not going to be the same person. You're going to be a new person, a more expanded person, a person that believes in themselves, a person that trusts themselves. And it is the most magical work you can do. However, in our world, in our society, we've been taught that these limiting beliefs and these fears and these doubts are so real, when in reality, they're not. They're so far from real. What lives in your conditioned mind, your programmed mind, your ego, is not truth. What lives in your heart, this is the seat of your soul. When you can tap into your heart space and you can listen to your heart and where your heart wants to take you, that is truth. And that will never, ever fail you. You don't ever see a successful person living their dreams that has not blasted through these limiting beliefs. So let's break them down so you can also create the strength within you to become an energetic match for your dreams. Because truth is, when this fear, this doubt, this limitation is living in your body, is living in your system, is living in your nervous system, you're going to animate that energy of fear, doubt, and you're going to keep attracting circumstances, events, peoples, and things that are going to match that energy of fear and doubt and limiting yourself. So we're going to break those down. The first limiting belief that could show up for you is, I can't afford to do this. How? Look at my money situation. I have a good job, pays me enough, even though it's sucking my soul, I have that sense of security. There's no way I can afford to do this. We're gonna blast through that right now. Because truth is, if you continue to believe that I can't afford to do this, you're gonna continue to get that reality in your life where you won't be able to afford to do it. So what do we have to do here? We have to look and remember that you are so resourceful. You can make anything happen. We want to attract money from a place of self-belief. I can afford to do this. I can afford to leave this job. I can afford to leave this marriage. I can afford to get out of this place where I feel trapped and stuck. And it starts with that language within yourself. What is the price that you're paying right now to stay where you're at? Think about that. To stay in your comfort zone, to not really live a life of passion, to not really live a life that feels so deeply fulfilling for you. The only reason why you're there is because you haven't felt worthy enough. And so then the limiting belief and conditioning around I can't afford to do this is going to continue to show up. So my invitation for you is to start looking at ways that you can start to do this. Money is everywhere. Just because you're in a job that pays you well does not mean you can't find a better job that's going to make you feel even better and for you to make more money at. You can. I've helped my clients do this. It's been really wild to witness that they felt so stuck and so trapped. And when we started doing the work to get into the body, to release this limitation and this limiting belief, and they've opened themselves up, they've opened their heart up to believe what's true in their system, that they are worthy of something better, that they are worthy of more money, that they are worthy of being able to do it. It's so powerful what happens. And I've had clients who have even moved from one state to the next to live out their dreams, to go live out where they've always wanted in the mountains, to have a better paying job that requires less of them. You are the frequency, right? Whatever you believe is the frequency you animate, so you can afford to do this. You can totally afford to do this. Maybe it's a mentor or a coach that is so important for you to invest in to support you in your transition. Somebody that can believe in you, because let's be real, you probably don't have a support system in your life right now that actually believes in the magic of what following your dreams is like. And so investing in a coach, investing in a mentor, maybe you're like, I have no idea how I can afford to do this. Be resourceful. Ask for payment plans. Ask to see if maybe you can put it on a credit card to pay it off over time. You have no idea what that will do for you. And there's so much fear around debt and so much fear around using credit. And the truth is that debt is going to be paid off. That credit is going to be paid off. You have to hold on to the vision of that. That's the vision that I've always had. I'm like, I'm not going to let money stop me. I'm not going to let this limitation of I can't afford this stop me. I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to trust that some way, shape, or form, that's going to get paid off and I'm going to be fine. Because guess what? I'm not taking debt to my graveyard. Okay. I'm taking the memories. I'm taking the soul evolution that I had in this life to make things happen. So let's blast through that limiting belief and realize you can afford to do this. And I want you to think about ways that you can be resourceful to make it happen. And maybe if you're feeling really, really, really limited in your surroundings, trust me, I get it. I grew up in poverty. I grew up in a low-income household. I grew up in the ghetto. I should not be where I'm at. I had to be delusional and I had to believe and I had to work with my energy first. When you don't have the physical manifestation or the resources on a physical level, guess what you have to do? You have to tap into an energetic level and open yourself up to animate that energy of, I don't know how, but I'm going to make this happen. I don't know how, but I feel that I'm meant to invest in myself and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to open myself up and I'm going to ask spirit, God, universe, whatever you believe in, to support me in making this happen because I am ready to make this change. That's limiting belief number 1. I can't afford to do this. Limiting belief number 2, I just don't have the time. Girlfriend, it's not about making more time. It's about being intentional with where you're placing your time. Come on, sister. You're probably spending time doom scrolling. You're probably spending time doing things that are wasting your time. That time that you're wasting doom scrolling and trying to chase the next dopamine hit, that's the time that you can be spending internally with yourself to give yourself space to feel the fears, the limitations, and the doubts that are showing up. To go to an altar space in your home, a dedicated space for self-love and self-devotion, and to sit with yourself and to allow yourself to feel what's arising. Feeling is healing. If you don't give yourself space and time to feel and heal, and you're just doom scrolling, all you're doing is filling yourself up with more information, more judgment of yourself, more comparison, more noise externally, and you're not actually sitting with yourself and hearing, what is my heart truly craving? And if there is fear, let me feel it so I can heal it, so I can move through it, so I can step outside of my comfort zone and believe in myself. Take a look at your life. Where are you wasting time doing things that are not actually giving you more life, but instead draining your life? I want you to take notes on this week. I want you to grab your notes section on your phone, and I want you to write out when you are draining your life force and what you're doing when you're draining that life force. Life force is your energy. When you're draining your energy, things that make you feel really drained, I want you to write down those things that make you feel drained. And then I want you to write down the things that make you feel like you're gaining energy. So this is drains versus gains. And start noticing, where are you spending your time being drained out of your life? And where are you spending your time creating more energy and feeling so good in your life? This is going to help you allocate time properly and focus on creating more things that are giving you and filling you up with energy rather than draining your energy. This is going to help you be more intentional with your time so that you can take space to believe in yourself, take space to tap into your heart, take space to listen to your soul, to the whispers of your soul, so that you can step outside of your comfort zone in this way. That is the feminine. The feminine needs space to connect, to be within, to feel, to understand the language of her soul. That is the feminine. You can't step out of your comfort zone by just trying to take action only. You have to feel first. How does this action want to be taken through me? I need to give myself space and time to feel that. So then I can take the action from a place of feeling so deeply connected to my soul that nothing around me is going to shake me or try to convince me otherwise. Limiting belief number 3. I'm just not ready. Girlfriend, ready is a lie. Readiness does not come before you make the decision and before you take the leap of faith. Readiness happens after. I've never been ready to push past my comfort zone. If anything, my nervous system has felt so dysregulated right before a big explosion of expansion in my energy and in my life that I've had to sit with that and be okay with not being ready. Ready is a lie. You don't have to be ready. Your mind wants to make you think that you have to wait for this future moment when you're finally going to feel ready, but your heart knows that you're ready now. Time is a freaking illusion. What are you waiting for? You're only getting older, and the truth is you're getting closer to your deathbed, right? So why not make the best out of your life now? Readiness is a lie. You won't be ready. The only proof you need is your intuitive knowing. Tapping into your heart, like I said, spending time with your feminine heart, asking her, how do you want to move? What do you want to, I thought I had a bug on me. What do you desire? And start following those feminine desires before your mind is ready. Your mind will be ready when you show it that your heart is leading and that this is not getting in the way anymore. You're building that heart-brain coherence where it's the heart becomes the priority, and then you feed the brain and the mind and the monkey mind with this knowing from your heart. That creates so much self-trust, that creates so much strength, and allows you to step outside of your comfort zone in a feminine way where you feel filled with life even when the fear is showing up. Limiting belief number 4. What if I fail? This one's a huge one. Fear of failure is so big. And truth is, we're all going to experience fear of failure when we're moving towards something that's less conventional, right? Think about it. We grow up, we are told that we need to go to school, that we need to use our logic for everything, that we need to get good grades because if not, we're failures. And we live with this deep, deep fear for so long. We've been programmed for so long to be afraid of failing. And if you ask any successful person, guess what? They fail over and over and over again, and they get back up every single time. And guess what? They make it happen, and they will succeed because they have conviction, because they have courage, because they know that their intuition is leading them towards something so much bigger than them. And it doesn't matter what the path looks like there, they're going to make things happen. I've failed so many times in my life, but everything started to shift when I realized that failure doesn't exist. That failure is only redirection. That's what it is. You're being redirected by something so much bigger than you, by your soul, by the divine, by spirit, towards something better. Even if it feels like you're crumbling, even if it feels like it's not what your conditioned mind thought it was going to be, this is where stepping into the unknown is so important, and letting yourself fail. So if you're feeling fear of failure towards this big leap of faith that you're taking towards stepping outside of your comfort zone, guess what? What if you just played with it and you just asked yourself, What if I fail? Then what? Oh, your mind's going to come in. Oh, but your kids. Oh, but this. Oh, but, like, what about your home? What if you go homeless? What if? Okay. Play with those what ifs. Sit with those possibilities. Something might happen when you actually close your eyes and you're like, okay, what if I went homeless? Your mind will probably be like, whoa, what? Like, we're actually sitting with this? And you'll probably notice that that is such a lie. You will be supported. You will be guided. You probably have family that can support you. You probably have enough resources to support you. That fear of like being homeless and like dying is so real and so true. And it's important to honor it, but it's important to sit with it and see how silly it is. It's not going to happen. God, universe, spirit rewards courage, rewards alignment. When you are in alignment, you are supported, you are safe, you are guided. The brain is not wired to step outside of the comfort zone. So it's going to give you resistance. It's what you do with that resistance that matters. It's what you do with this fear of failure that matters. Are you going to let it convince you that you're not worthy of following your dreams and taking this big leap of faith into the unknown? Or are you going to allow it to be there, to witness it, and to bring your power back to your heart and use this knowing of your intuition to be like, if I fail, guess what? That's okay. I'll be redirected. I'll be supported. I'll be safe. There's no way that I will fail. Sit with it. Sit with the fear of failure. Navigate it. Feel it in your body and realize how silly it is. It's not real. It will not happen. The last limiting belief that can show up. Who am I? Who even am I to even do this? This one's huge. This is so deeply rooted in unworthiness. There's a part of you that feels unworthy to live your dreams. A part of you that feels like you don't have the capacity or the strength. Because maybe as a child, you felt unworthy. Maybe you didn't feel worthy of love. Maybe you didn't feel worthy of your desires. Maybe you were told no all the time because you grew up in scarcity. And you have probably gone through a lot of experiences that have left an imprint in you that make you feel like, who even am I? I want to blast through that by asking you, who are you not? You think that you are alive right now, in this moment, at this time, this day and age in our world, with everything that's happening in our world, with the shifts and the changing that's happening in the world, with the awakening that's happening in the world. You think you're alive in this time to play it small? No. You came here for something so much bigger. That's why your heart is stirring you into it. And maybe your mind has been louder up until this point than your heart. But I'm here to tell you, your heart has the key to your destiny. You know where you're meant to go. And it's up to you to realize that, yeah, maybe you do feel unworthy right now, but that's giving you data as to where you need to do deep inner work to start cultivating back and bringing back your worthiness, because you left your worthiness in all of those places growing up that told you that you're not enough, that made you feel like a failure, that made you feel like you were not worthy of love and success. That's where those pieces of your soul and your heart's desires are. So doing the work to reclaim those fragmented parts and bring them back to yourself, bring them back to your soul, bring them back to your heart is the most significant work that you can ever do in your life, because it will allow you to open up to the truth of who you are and create a reality where you're like, oh my God, this is my life. And that inner work is not going to be easy. It's going to feel scary at times. It's going to create a lot of ego deaths in your life where you're going to have to die to the versions of you that have felt unworthy. And I won't lie and tell you it's all beautiful rainbows and butterflies like all the other YouTubers that are here trying to tell you to tap into your feminine energy. I will tell you that it will be painful. There's no other way around it. There's no other way than to go into the pain of dying and grieving your old self so that you can come alive into the truth of who you are. Look at nature. Death and rebirth are a natural part of us as humans. Our human bodies are nature, right? We are nature in this human body with divinity inside of us in our soul. But this body has to catch up and connect to how the soul wants to move through this avatar in this life. And so it's so important for us to do the work to let ourselves die and rebirth, die and rebirth, die and rebirth. And every time you do You're just getting more and more elevated, more and more expanded. Your reality is shifting more abundance, more love, more joy, more bliss. All the things that you desire are on the other side of you letting yourself die and be reborn again. Look at butterflies. They go into the cocoon. They become mush in the cocoon. If you haven't seen it yet, go search it. They become mush in the cocoon, which I'm sure is really painful. They become a smoothie inside of this cocoon before they become a beautiful butterfly that has to break free. You don't think that's painful? That's painful. You're gonna have to die and be reborn again to realize that you are worthy. You are so worthy of your dreams. You are so worthy of the life that you desire. If that was not true, you wouldn't be watching this video right now, and your heart wouldn't be giving you the signs and the signals of what it's going towards, of how it wants to take this leap of faith, how it wants to trust the unknown, and how it wants to have trust and faith in what it's calling you towards. You are here for so much more, and I know you know it, and I know you feel it. So I hope that this video really blasted through these limiting beliefs that keep you from stepping outside of your comfort zone, from stepping into the unknown, and that you understand that this is the feminine way of stepping outside of your comfort zone. You have to let yourself die and be reborn again. You have to let yourself take space and time to feel so that you can heal. Feel the fears, feel the doubts, feel the limitations. You can't run from that. You have to stop running from it. If you don't stop running from it, you're never going to see the success, the love, the abundance that you want, because running from it is avoiding what needs to be felt, so that when you feel that, it turns into gold in your body. It turns into truth. When you give yourself space and time to feel, you will find truth beneath it that will create so much strength. You will peel back the layers of limitations and call back all those fragmented parts of you back into your whole self, and your soul will come alive. It's part of the process. This is the feminine way of doing. The masculine way of stepping outside of your comfort zone is like this super hard, forceful way of like, you need to be disciplined and you need to just do it. And you need to override your emotions and you need to override your sensations in your body. The feminine way is not by overriding your sensations, but by sitting with them, breathing through them, letting the energy move through your body and allowing truth to come alive in you. Not by forcing, but by being and allowing and receiving the desires of your heart. So I want to leave you with a couple of journal prompts that can really help you blast through some limiting beliefs. So I want you to write down whatever limiting belief feels the most alive, which one feels the most like it's taking up the most space in your body and your psyche, that's holding you back the most. And then I want you to write under it, what is the payoff for believing this? What am I gaining from believing this? And so your mind's going to be like, well, nothing. It's not giving me anything. No, it is. If not, you wouldn't be believing it. Is it giving you the opportunity to keep playing small so that you don't have to be seen? Is it giving you a false sense of safety, thinking that you're actually safe when in reality you're not? Because safety doesn't mean that you're out of alignment and hating your life. Safety means you're in alignment. What is the payoff? What is the benefit? Oh, it keeps me believing that I'm not worthy. What is the benefit of you believing this? Break it down. And then I want you to write down, who would I be without this belief? And see what comes up. And then after that, asking yourself, taking some space to be in your body, breathing into your heart. I invite you to take 10 deep breaths into your heart, 10 deep breaths into your womb, and then ask your body here, what do I want to believe? Let that arise. First thing that comes up, what do I want to believe? And then welcome that belief. Welcome the truth of what is true for you, of what your heart knows. Welcome that into your body and let yourself take space and time to be with it. Write it down and spend every morning for the next 30 days breathing and feeling into this new belief. Maybe the belief is, I am worthy to follow my dreams. The belief may be, magic happens in the unknown and I'm ready for it. The belief may be, I can find a better job, or I can find a better relationship. I'm worthy of that. Really feeling it, being with it, experiencing it in your body. That's how you really animate this energy and watch your life transform. Things will show up in your reality that are going to be like, oh my God, this is my life. I hope that this video gave you some insights and some awareness and just some inspiration to blast through these limiting beliefs and to step outside of your comfort zone in a more feminine way. And if you have any questions, any videos that you would like to see, this channel is so fresh, it's so new, so your support means everything. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment below any insights or any truths that you revealed about yourself through listening to this. And I'm here to support you every step of the way. Thank you. Mwah.